But baby, the doctor said 4 to 6 weeks, and now we're already on 7 weeks. Kanti, when are we trying it again? Sex after childbirth can be quite a missionary impossible. Today, we're getting the dad's perspective on how the sex life looks after we give birth.
Parenting. Let's talk about this.
Being a parent is about godliness.
I so much of myself through parenting.
There is no formula of raising a child.
Hello, this is Panti on the left.
I think having a good support structure makes it all worth it.
Dumela Africa Borwa, lebitso ke Karabo Mosiri, here to bring you yet another episode of Ask a Parent, the show about all things parenting, whether it be about how to bring sexy back after childbirth, understanding the dynamics of child loss or pregnancy health. This is the show for you. Today, we are sitting with our guest expert, Dr. Tlaleng, affectionately known as Dr. T, and we have our guest daddies, Caleb and Quentin. Welcome, daddies. Welcome, Dr. T.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Okay, cool. So, Dr. T, why are our partners told that they can't interact with us sexually after between 4 and 6 weeks?
So the only thing that we, promote delaying is penetration. That's really it. There's nothing wrong with intimacy. There's nothing wrong with being affectionate. There's nothing wrong with cuddling. And in fact, I encourage it personally. And I think it is one way of, reminding couples again, I think, using the moment of childbirth, that there is more to intimacy and physical exchange than penetration. I think it's really important, to realize and accept that relationships do change. Pregnancy and childbirth can bring about changes, but it doesn't always have to be negative or bad, right? And I think first prize would be to have people's partners involved throughout the pregnancy, during birth, and then it makes post-birth period much easier to understand and to deal with, because you've been bonding, you've been part of the process.
It's not like you have to readjust all of a sudden. Quentin, did you know that you had to wait 4 to 6 weeks? Were you counting down?
Yeah, I did. She had told me prior, and it wasn't really a problem for me because we're always together, so it wasn't really a big thing. She told me, this is how long it's gonna take, and we actually even waited longer than that.
Yeah.
And it was it went well.
So now I'm feeling pressure. You go 4 to 6 weeks.
Nah. I did before she gave birth. We were just discussing it, what are you gonna do? I don't know. But we just this and that. But when it actually happened, then I was like, nah.
Caleb, when did you guys stop having sex before the baby came?
Yo, first, can I just say something? Hey, you're strong, boss. You're a strong man. I think we not stopped, but I became a bit more uncomfortable when her tummy got really big. So she'd be in the mood, and I'd be like, because of the baby, And then we went to the doctor, and I said to her, I'm uncomfortable having sex at her size. And he was like, look, between close to 8th and the 9th month, it's not advisable. But if she wants to go for it, but just be gentle. I was happy about that, but at the same time, very uncomfortable. So it was.
So you were depriving the poor girl.
No, not depriving. I've never deprived the girl. But it's a bit of a tricky time just before birth. But apart from that, no.
And then post the pregnancy, did you do the 4 to 6 weeks window?
I take chances. I think I'm happy to say I've got a very high sex drive. So the 4 to 6 thing for me was not gonna work.
Yeah.
I think what worked for us is that my wife had a C-section. So we didn't really have to wait that long. It was just until she was able to be mobile and flexible. But like I'm saying, you're a strong man, but me, I couldn't wait.
But I can add, bro. I can support what I was saying.
Here's the thing, right? Why is your ability to enjoy sex and have sex tied to her? Why couldn't you masturbate? Why, even now within the sex drive that you have, you don't have to have a partner to enjoy sex?
I think it's different. It's a bit different. Masturbation is great and all, but I don't think it gives you the same feeling. I don't know. It's like, how can I put it? It's like going to McDonald's at 2 a.m. because the only thing you can do. So you're just gonna go in, grab what you can and go. For me, masturbation is like that. It's not something that I would say I would.
But in the context of her being post
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. I didn't wait for her the first day she walked out of hospital and I said, when she was ready, like I'm saying, it wasn't 4 to 6 weeks, I can't tell how long it was, but as soon as she was ready to do it, I was more than happy
So it was a conversation that took place
there
afterwards?
There had to have been a conversation.
Yes.
There always have to be conversations.
And how was the first time after the birth? How was the experience for you? Was it still the same or did something feel different?
It just felt like it was really our first time again. Yeah, but after that, everything just, if you're in love, guys, and you're enjoying what's happening, then you don't think about the other, negative things. Like, I'm good. I was good. I'm still good. So, yeah.
How was the experience for you?
Hey?
How was the first time after she gave birth? Did anything feel different?
No, I can't say. Yeah. Maybe I had to be a little bit gentle than I usually am because of the current situation, but I wouldn't say the experience was that much different.
Yeah.
Just the condition, maybe. Yeah. Just change it up a little bit because of.
Yeah. But do you find that the experience becomes a bit more different for the woman just physically just having sex for the first time after the birth, considering, especially if maybe you gave a birth vaginally?
It's varied. It's very varied, I think, the experience for women. Some women do not have any assistance at all during deliveries and medical intervention. Some people have forceps, some people have vacuum being used, some people have the episiotomy, scar. So it really just depends on each person. And our ability, of course, to heal just as people is different anyway, right? That's why we always give a guidance to say, only at the 6-week checkup will you actually know what to expect in the next couple of years. The 6 weeks is actually not to say now you have sex.
Yeah, like here you can go.
Let's review and see how you feel.
Yeah. When your wife gave birth for the first time and now she's a different person, how did you navigate that? How did you adapt to her being a different person physically?
Yeah, look, that does tend to happen, but I think, like you're saying, the biggest thing is communication. And her and I are friends. And I know my wife, she loves attention. She loves being complimented. And I genuinely compliment her, not just in passing, but just to say, and especially like you're saying, you move from being a woman to being a mother, there are going to be changes. And you've got to accept those things and be happy with what you have, But at the same time, you also got to encourage each other to be better for one another. There's always that period when you've obviously given birth and you're inactive, you're not doing much. Say to your partner that, look, when you're feeling better, let's go for a walk, let's go for a run, let's exercise, so that at least you can bring back the things that excite the both of you. Having a child takes away a lot of time from a relationship, especially in birth. I've got 2 kids, and I'm very an understanding guy, not most guys are understanding. There's that little bond between mother and baby, where it's like mother's busy with baby and you're just there in the background. It's okay to be in the background for a little bit, but be on standby in the background.
Yeah.
I think some of us guys lose that, and we're thinking, she's busy with the baby, let me also go on my own missions. And I don't think that's the time for your own missions. It's just the time to allow them, because I think I can only imagine what it's like to carry a human being for 9 months and then have to look at that child. So there is that little bit of a time where there's a bit of a distance, if I can say, but it's not a distance to say now you can go and explore the rest of the world.
Yes.
Just be in the background, but on a standby. If she needs a bottle, she needs a nap, she needs whatever, you're also there to assist you in those
just
times.
the support element also does a lot.
And that's the environment I was talking about, right? The kindness, everything that happens in between. Don't focus on the sex. The sex will come. Do you see what I mean? But if you're not there on standby assisting, when will you get back to being intimate and redefine what that looks like for yourselves? If one of you is physically, emotionally absent or upset that the woman is nursing. So I really think that's important, it's all the ingredients. Good communication, managing expectations, being honest, I think. And all of those ingredients will make for a fantastic sex life because the foundation on which the sex happens then is solid. And then you'll be surprised. A lot of partners will say, I was so surprised, it's maybe another month of no sex. And then suddenly it was like, boom.
Yes,
and it was like, what just happened? Exactly. Yeah. But it's because of that. When people feel valued, when people feel appreciated, and see people, like, sanibonani, ngiyakubona, I see you, like, and not treat each other like, you are just a tool for me to have sex with, and
Sex
now that I'm
with, yeah.
done, if they get like, you know, there's just so much that emotionally and I think psychologically we can do better, and all of those things do lead to a better sex life. But if you are concerned about sex penetration and not everything else, you are never going to be happy.
Yes. So there's a general expectation that a woman is supposed to kind of look a certain way, maintain a certain form of physique. Do you guys kind of instill the same pressure and expectation on yourselves that, Lina, I need to up my game because I want my woman to look a certain way? Do you feel responsible for Lina, I must pull up my socks during and after the pregnancy?
You know, it's not really easy to tell her, you know, hey, you need to go to gym, man.
Yeah.
No, I just start doing it myself. That's what I do for her. So if she keeps watching me, you know, go back to gym, then she asks, can I not join you today? I know she's gonna ask.
Yeah.
You know, and once she asks, then I know we're gonna start gymming. Once we start gymming, and then we back on. I just don't want to tell her because if I started,
they're like, oh, you saying I'm fat? Okay.
Now it's a whole other thing. Yeah.
And you, Caleb?
Look, I pick up weight during pregnancy. I pick up
You're also
a
pregnant.
lot of weight. I'm also
We're all
pregnant.
Yeah.
We're
eating, yeah.
We live our best life. You know?
Yeah.
So for me, it's very hard to turn around and say, go to the gym. Because I was there throughout that period. We were both going through similar emotions. So I would rather say, let us both, when you're ready, go and take a walk, try and exercise, but do 1, 2, 3.
Also, I think, you know, it's part of, I suppose, the way that we grow up, I suppose, with the expectations we have on each other, or what we think we can say to each other. But I you know, and whose business is it that, you know, I have this post-cesarean,
Yes.
you know, like, don't even, like, it's mine, man. My body alone. Like, you know, and that's the thing for women, we constantly bombarded with, this is how you should be looking. If you're not looking like this, you are insufficient, you're inadequate, this is gonna, you know. And I feel like for me, my home is a place where, like, can I just be?
Yes.
Can I not have a policeman telling me, it's 5 to gym now?
Yeah,
Or,
like,
no,
did you say how he's just too much starch here? Don't you want to substitute?
Like, everywhere you're getting it. And I just think, like, where can we just go where we can just be ourselves, you know? And I think our families see us go through a lot.
Yes.
And I think when they are kind to us, it really means a lot.
I think you're quite right in that sense, but at the same time, we are different as people. We're attracted to different people. And you might turn around today and say to your wife, go in gym, and the guy who sees her walking to the shop looks at her and says, wow, you're beautiful, don't change. So unless she's comfortable enough to want to change, don't force that change, because it's not, she's going to end up, or you're going to end up doing it because someone else is doing it, but you're not fully into it, you know?
So she's not doing it for herself. She's just doing
if she's happy to do it for herself, or me, I'm happy to do it for me, then go all out, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, Dr. T, the important conversation that we need to start having is redefining what sex means, because then it doesn't just always have to be about penetration. So knowing our options about what else can we do as a couple. If I'm Karabo and I had a 2nd degree tear and I'm really aroused, but then it's really painful, so you can't penetrate me. What other options do we have as a couple? What practical options do we have as a couple to be intimate?
I like what you're saying about, you know, different ways of being intimate and being sexual. Penetration is amazing, but it's not the only thing. And I always tell people one of the biggest things that I prescribe is lubricant. You know, it's not reserved for when people are sick or there's something drastically wrong. But those things that you're talking about after episiotomy scars, if, for example, you are breastfeeding, right? The hormones themselves may just make your vagina a bit drier than normal. It doesn't mean that, especially guys will say, well, it means I'm not aroused anymore. I'm not attracted to
Yes.
you. Why even after foreplay your vagina is still
Yeah.
so then the psychological
Yes.
anxiety sets in, getting more drier and more painful, and then it's like a negative feedback, and then, you know, she'll never, you know, crave sex and intimacy. So I think if men can start and lead the revolution on lubricants, I do the happiest. Like,
So you're a Viva lubricant, Viva.
Look, it's a bit of a sensitive one. I would rather if she got the lubricant, because if you as a man come with lubricant, it's as if you're trying to.
So just say Dr. T said. I was
Yeah.
listening to
Oh,
her.
okay.
I
Then I'm using that line. I'm using that line.
Let's be proactive.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
be proactive. And I mean, that's part of the thing, right? Is that we do need people who we can use as soundboards for certain things. And I think it's very important for people to not feel like you have to have answers to everything. Push our boss at TV,
Yes.
but at least you know there's a book you can read. You can, honestly, I tell people,
You can access information.
Only Dr. T today, and she said.
Yeah.
And usually that's the icebreaker. And we're like, oh,
Yes, you made an effort to listen to someone and try and apply it. Yeah.
And then people actually feel cared for. Because as much as we always say, it's because of how it's done and for the purpose for which it's done.
Yeah.
But if you say, listen, I actually heard Dr. Tia Boka breastfeeding or vaginal dryness is a thing. Have you experienced that actually? Because if you have, it would be amazing to go and
Try
you can go
1, 2,
together and
3.
see which one do you like. Because it's a little different,
So
styles.
communication in couples.
And do the solution finding together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just figure it out. Yes.
Hey, actually, this can happen. And let's go and do this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Gentlemen, thank you so much for having this conversation with Dr. T. Loved having you here. So it's really important as couples to be able to actively communicate, not only after the birth about sex. It doesn't have to be awkward, but we always have to constantly communicate during the pregnancy and afterwards so that it becomes a comfortable transition sexually. So please share your experiences with us. Comment down below and tell us how was the experience for you with your pregnancy and your sexual relationship. And don't forget to follow us on AskAParent_ZA to get more episodes. See you next time.